Wednesday with the Artistry Collective. If you're seeing the red live button up there, we are live. Come on in, craft and chat with me. And our Wednesdays are hosted by Christy from Christy's Crafty Cottage. And then it also includes myself here at Frapps Scraps and Leah from Make All the Things with Me, who will be up after me. And then Christy will go after her. Let's see if I can find the chat on my iPad here while everyone's coming in. As you're coming in, make sure that you hit that like and thumbs up and subscribe. All the things if you haven't already. I greatly appreciate it. So the paper that I'm going to be using today is from Rachel Bella Crafts, and it's Journal de la Courtière, I think, Couturière. Hello, Karen. My French is terrible, so excuse me. I've got a crazy mess on my desk here. A lovely plethora of all kinds of things. And you'll be seeing this paper again from me here in part of the 100 Days of Junk Journaling Ideas, which is a fun collaboration that's been hosted by Rachel Bella Crafts. And we're in week 12 already. I can't even believe it. If you type in the hashtag 100 days JJI, you will find all of the videos for that. So I am working on some fun journaling cards and ephemera and all the things. And that will be the paper that I'm using. So I've got some fun index cards here, and I thought we could make some journaling cards. Index cards make fantastic journaling cards. They already give you the lines. They already come dyed. Sometimes you can find them, they kind of look vintagey. Pink, blue, yellow. I think I've seen them in like a green as well. I wasn't totally sure which piece I wanted to work on here, so I just got out a little bit of everything. And I think these are the tags that we worked on together last time. So I still have these. These are the kind of style that I'm hoping for, and they'll fit into my journal really, really well. So who all just walked in? Hello, hello. There is Leah pouring the coffee, I think. Oh, no, that's Karen. Thank you so much. Greatly appreciate it. Okay, so these ones are just ready to go. They've kind of got a little background on them. And then I do still have some fussy cuts from last time. This one's a really big one. I think I'm going to have to put that on a whole page. And I haven't used these ones just yet. So these will be great. They've already got some Nuvo drops on them there. I love that. And then I also have these ones here that I think are just about journaling card size. So they could totally work here to make this look really pretty. Look at that. It's just about a perfect fit. It's like it was made for it almost. Hello, Carol. So all I've done is I've used a water pen, and I went around these to trim them out. And there is, I think, 4 of them. And I think I would like to put these are so beautiful. I'm going to put these on some journaling cards, and we'll have some fun little journaling cards to put into my book. Now you can choose to do these whichever way that you like. You can put your image over the lines. If you don't want lines when you are writing on the back, it can just be plain. So this could also be a spot for a photo, or maybe this is a sewing themed journal. So maybe you want to write out some plans for a sewing project or some instructions or whatever it is that you want to put in there. Now look, on these couple of these, I've got some stamping already, and they're already in the background. So that's okay. Those are just ready to go this time. Looks like I was just maybe playing around. I don't know. I have 1, 2, 3. I do have 4 that are plain though, so maybe I'll just go for that, and we'll save these ones for later. Although this would be perfect because they do have stitching on them. Maybe we'll use these too. Why not? Okay. And I've got all this stuff. I kind of went a little crazy. I was finding things that were this sewing theme, and I thought, well, maybe we'll use this, maybe we'll use that, maybe we won't. I don't know. So, and that's, I think, kind of what happens when you're paper crafting. You can easily get out all of these things. Okay, so on these, this does have something stamped on there. That would be the direction. Now, these are going to go sideways if I do these ones here, but we could easily do this image here. I think I like this better. Let's make sure I turn on the Ryobi. We're going to use some fun lace. Hello, Tamara. Welcome in. There's Leah. Thank you for getting me all shared out. I greatly appreciate it. Everybody's pouring the coffee. Thank you so much. And if you guys can do me a favor, hit the dots up there and hit that thumbs up. It really helps the algorithm to know that we are here and we're having a great time, even in the midst of this mess. Oh, look at all these fun little sewing things. I would just love to pick through this little sewing basket. Hey, Tam, welcome in. Okay. I am so excited to be sitting in the seat with you guys. You have no idea. It's been a rough couple of days. Today is day 2 on my new insulin pump, and it's been a little rough, but that's all right. We got to give it time to get all the little things sorted out, I guess. But whew, it's been a rough ride. Okay, so I've got all kinds of fun lace and little enamel dots, and I do have some fun glittery tulle. I might want to put some of this behind there. This would be kind of sheer. Let's see. I think this could be fun. I don't want to bulk these up too much because I do want them to be able to slide in and out of a pocket. So I got to keep that in mind, that I want to try to keep it a little bit flat while it's here. But I think this glittery tulle would add just a little bit of sparkle, which I'm looking for. And, oops, don't cut the phone cord. Oh my goodness. These scissors would definitely do it too. Okay, just a little piece. Hey, Creative Roots by Corey. Corey's in the house, everyone. If you guys didn't see the playlist that I was a part of just yesterday, you have to check it out. There is some really fun Americana crafts over there that some of the ladies all put together in a collaboration, and I was so thankful to be a part of that. I met some new friends, got some new followers, found some new amazing crafts, all kinds of great things going on. Okay, so I think for this one, I want to, thinking about my glue here. My glue is going to dry clear, which is fantastic, but it is this tool. So we're just going to put it here, and I always seem to work at the bottom of my screen. Sorry about that. There we go, that's a little better. And then I'm going to put more of this here. Okay, there's my tool. Whoops, keep the tag out of there. And I want to pull that back down a little bit. Oh, of course, I've only been here for like a couple minutes and I'm already a mess. Already got glue going on my hands. Oh boy. Let's see. Oscar, it's okay, buddy. I can hear the cat out there whining. Mr. Frapps must have went back outside. Oscar hates to feel alone. I guess I don't blame him, really. Hello, Diana. Come on in. We are working on some fun journaling cards and little pieces of ephemera for my sewing-themed book. I can't believe Memorial Day is already upon us. So thank you to all of the servicemen and women and their families for all the things that they do for our country. Okay, so I love this one. And we've kind of kept it simple here. We can definitely still add to this. Let's see, what else do we have? Like I said, I don't want to put too much because I do want it to be able to slip in and out of a pocket, just like that. And it needs to stay flat to do that. I think I do want to add a little tab. And believe it or not, I don't know where my pink... I want some pink on here. Maybe worn lipstick. Yes. All right. And it's no problem to glue glue paper over this glittery tool. It works just great. Now, if you are anti-glitter inside your craft room, I understand that. It will distribute some glitter. I probably have, yep, I've got some sparkles and shimmers on my hands there. I'm not like covered, but glittery tool is, I love it. It's a beautiful thing, but it does leave a trail, leave a little sparkle, right? Okay, so I'm gonna glue this over here, right over that tool. And I'm going to let it stick out just a little bit. And then it won't be in the way too much here of when we're writing. It's right above this little bit of a stamped image, so it's going to go perfectly there. We'll put some glue in, and then we'll put an eyelet and a charm. Why not? Oscar, buddy, you're okay. How's everybody's day been going? Mine's been, like I said, I've been having a little bit of a rough day. Mr. Frapps did take me outside, though. That was good. I got to get some sunshine. I got to hold my little outside kitty. His name is Cyclone. He's pretty great. He's been missing having some outside time since I'm not really very mobile on my own. Okay, now I am struggling just a little bit to keep that glued down. So what you can do is just put a little bit of some hot glue in there with your regular glue and just give it a really good squish so you don't get any bumps. There we go. It's on there, but you got to be prepared because once it glues, it is just, it's there. Okay. Now, you can punch a hole in there. I like to use the 3/16 eyelets on my tabs usually. And I want it kind of close to the end so I can put a charm there. I've got some great sewing charms. And we'll get an eyelet. Wow, look at my desk. What a mess. How do I even work in this mess? Ooh, let's use this. Like, no, we need to use white because the charms are silver. All right, so many choices. And you can decide if you want this to be over here, like what side you're going to use to put it in there. So the pretty side will be on one side, and on the back, you know, the side where you're writing. You can kind of choose if you want to keep everything on the pretty side or you want to divide it up. It doesn't really matter too much. It's not too much of an eyesore in my opinion. Some people don't like the look of it, the set eyelet in the back there, but I don't think it looks that bad. I think I have the wrong setting on here. That it should be A1. Yep, that was on A3. So if things don't go right when you're setting eyelets, just make sure you check those settings before you get too frustrated. There we go. Give it just another little squish. And it feels like it's going to stay right in there. Hello, Linda. Thanks for joining us tonight. Okay, I'm loving the sparkles. I do need to trim off the edge though, because if it's going to fit into a pocket, it can't have things hanging over most of the time. Oh. Okay. So, I mean, we can leave it just like that if we want to, or we can, I have some little enamel dots somewhere here. Down in the depths. There they are. Or I have some pearls, but I just want to try to keep it really flat though. Reminder, keep it flat. All right, and somewhere underneath all of this stuff, I set some charms. It's a little pile of silver charms. And I thought, if I put them in the bag, I'll never find them. And then I set them here, and now I can't find them. Oh gosh. What's a girl to do? Too much stuff. But it's so much fun. I just love it. Oh, there they are. Here's one. I love this little tape measure one. And there's some scissors. And what else did I pick out? There's a sewing machine. and a little spool of yarn, I think. Yeah. Okay. I don't know if I really need one of those on this one. Maybe the scissors would be nice. Okay. So then we're going to need a jump ring, and that is in my pile of stuff over here. I so need to get this on the go of getting things all situated in these drawers. Okay, I do want to put a couple little enamel dots on there. I keep getting distracted. Imagine that. I have like crafter's ADD. What's everybody drinking today? I've got a Monster Rehab because it's a rehab kind of a day. Okay, where, oh, where are the tweezers? They're here somewhere. Oscar, buddy, come on. Oh, I'll just use my scissors. Just need to pick one. Now there is this fun little jump ring tool that you can use. I don't know if I'm gonna be so good at it, but you just put on your finger and you put your little jump ring in there, and it helps you to twist it where it's supposed to open. Oh, there it is, and it is working. When I first used to do jump rings, I did them all wrong, and somebody was like, don't do it like that. You have to like let it twist. There it goes. See how you just put it in there and it twists. Perfect. Then we'll put it through the loop on our charm. Oh, see, I need a gutter. Okay. And hopefully through the loop there. And then you're supposed to just be able to use it to twist it right back. Oh, and it does work pretty good. I've seen Sharon from Craft With Me, Sharon be using this little jump ring tool. I've had several of them, but I never seem to have them in the right place at the right time. So I started storing this with my jump rings. Okay, there is our cute little scissors charm. Oh, that's so sweet. I love that. Okay, let's do some enamel dots, and I'm going to close this before I do anything too crazy. Ooh, we could do a little paper clip. I have some with hearts. How cute would that be? We'll leave another one out in case I want to put one more. I start getting into the little containers of metals, and I'm like, oh, I need that. Oh, I need that. Really cute. Yeah, and just a few minutes to make. Okay, we'll put the heart on the other side, so it gives it something fun to look at over here. Look how cute that is. Love it. Okay, let's put some little enamel dots. And I mean, we could stop anytime. Got so many fun things going on here. All right, these little cellophane packages are like my worst enemy. All right, let's put some blobs of glue. I just want to do, I think, 3 little dots. The eye likes things done in 3s. Or so they tell me anyways. Oh, Mr. Frapps is back in the house. Cat stopped crying. Oh, come on. Glue down. There's 2. And we'll do one more now that I've got glue everywhere. It does dry clear though, and I'd rather have some extra glue on there. These are sticky on the bottom, but I always say tape for today, glue for tomorrow. That tape, the little adhesive that it has on it will hold it for like right now, but not necessarily for years to come. So that's why the glue comes in for tomorrow. Okay. There is that. Now I lost the little package that I was in. Okay. I think that's so cute. And then, I mean, it just gives it a little something. You do want to try to keep it a little bit flat because when you're going to turn it over to write on it, you'll want to be able to do that. But that is definitely a really cute one. Oh, I've got a string here, maybe from, what's it from? From the glittery tool. Ah, I love the tool behind it though. Look at that sparkle. Okay, and then I found the string that I would like to string. Oh my gosh, why can't I think of what this is called right now? I think it's because we hit the live button. I am going to put this through these tags that we did before. Let's see, and maybe I want a little piece of lace in there too. See, it just looks too thin to me, so we need to put something in there to kind of bulk it up just a little bit. These tags have been sitting on my desk waiting to get there. Get something strewn through them. My chiffon, yes, that's what it is. Thank you. I know the words, but words are just hard sometimes, especially when you hit that live button. I don't know where they go, but man, they vacate quickly. All right, let's see. And when you're doing these through these big loops on the tags, you can glue, or you can tie, or you can staple. You can do any and all of the things. Hi there, the Painted Peach by Mary's in the house. Hello, my friend. These are some of my new friends I met doing the playlist collaboration with Make All the Things With Me and the Farmhouse Stencil. They were the host. Farmhouse Stencil Shop, I think is what her full name is there. Sorry. And we put together a wonderful playlist of Americana crafts. You'll have to check it out. Yeah, yeah, it just goes to cyberspace. Hi, Cheryl. Come on in. Welcome. Okay. So let's see. I don't know if I want to tie that. I don't know. What do I want to do here? We could just staple it right there, and then I could always put something over it to hide the staple. Let's try it. I do have my tiny attacher, but I do also love this stapler. This one is a Teresa Collins stapler. I don't think they even make it anymore. I've had it for years and years. Okay, just put that right there. And those staples, I think they're like a rose gold color, so they kind of blend already, which is great. Now we do want to look back here where our little staple things are. You can put like a little bow in front of that or whatever. And if you're not sure what you want to do right there, put a little hot glue, let it dry just a little bit, and it will make sure that those staples are sealed in, so it won't be catching on anything else, and it won't be catching anybody's skin either when they go to look through it. So just covers the sharp area of the staples. There we go. And I think I kind of like it like this. They definitely needed something up there. Okay, so these are going to be ready to go into my journal just like this. Okay, there was another one. There it is. See, I've got those same enamel dots going on. I think we did these last time. So let's see. Do I want to use this color chiffon or do I want to use the same one? There is the package for those enamel dots. I can put those back in there. Okay. I cut kind of a little bit too much last time, but you never really know. I don't know. I just kind of grab and guess. You can measure, of course, if you want to. And I think tags look definitely a little more, I don't want to really say complete because sometimes they're pretty just like they are. It just kind of depends on what plan you have for them. And if you don't really know, you can just kind of leave them a little bit plain and add as you go. I think I want this the other way so that the lace is kind of more on the top. There we go. And then just by using these same like supplies and materials, it will help your journal to be a lot more cohesive. But I do also really like the mixed media effects of adding different textures. So pretty. Oh, hi, Regina. Thank you. All right, let's put that. See how your little staples back there, you can flatten them out with your bone folder. But like I said, if I don't really know what I'm going to do, I might just glue a little button over there. But for the meantime, I'll just put a little blob of hot glue, kind of wait until it's mostly dried, and just kind of flatten it out with my finger there. And it just covers those sharp areas of the staples and keeps your hands safe from getting punctured skin. Okay. And I think I'm just going to add a little bit of some pink back here in case of the back of these tags are seen. I'm surprised I didn't already ink them. That one means this one's probably not inked either. Oh. Okay. Have any of you been watching the 100 Days of Junk Journaling Ideas? I have a video that will go live tonight at midnight Pacific Standard Time. And it's Interactive Week, which is right up my street. I love all things interactive in my journals. So much fun. Okay, so I would say these are done now. I love those photo turns on there that we did last time. Now they've got that fabric. But again, I could maybe add, like I said, a little button or something over there. I think that would be pretty. You've been following Chris? Awesome. So glad. It's a really great collaboration. Rachel Bella Crafts always does a fantastic job with her collaboration. Gathering everybody together and keeping everybody on track. She's just phenomenal. Okay, so let's go ahead and do a little bit more of these tags here because I still have some of these fun pictures and they're just the right size for these tags, I think. And last time we just used a little bit of mulberry paper, which is what this is. And where is my water brush? There it is. We'll just get this wet just a little bit on the edge here so we can pull these fibers apart and get it going. And then I need to bounce back and get a couple more of those journaling cards all done. And these are just some of the fun pieces that will be going into my sewing journal. Hopefully I'll get a flip through done here pretty soon. It's just about done. This is like the second or third one I've made with this theme just because I absolutely love it. It's been, the sewing theme is such a fun theme to work with, and Stamperia, the Stamperia paper that I've paired with Rachel Bella Crafts. Journal de Couturier, I think is how you say it, because it's like couturier. Yeah, I don't have French in my brain, guys. I have Spanish and sometimes English. English is supposed to be my native language, but man, when you hit this live button, it just goes. What can you do? I just laugh it off. Okay, there we go. We've got that a little bit frayed. I like the edges to be just a little bit fuzzy. Stamperia does have nice papers. I need to go to Italy just to see what other kind of nice papers I can find. That's where Stamperia is from, and they do make the most beautiful papers. I also like the Cartabella papers. They're nice too. Oh, if I do that, we can hardly, I'm going to show you a little trick because I can hardly see my little rice paper back there because it's not quite long enough. So what we're going to do is we're just going to cut it in half and we're going to pretend. We're going to put one piece at the top up here and one piece towards the bottom of our design. And now it's peeking out and we can see that fun texture. Need to fill my glue again. This glue was Nouveau Tonic glue, and then I filled it with Barely Arts glue because my Barely Arts nozzle keeps getting clogged and it's driving me crazy. I don't have time for glue clogs. No patience or time for it. I just need to get in and craft. It's kind of like when I used to drive a car. I just wanted to be able to get in and go. I don't want to mess around with all the other stuff. This is just a little piece of leftover glittery tulle. I'm going to put it in here. Okay, I'll put that down there. And then our little design will go right here. I do want to ink the edges of this though. We'll get some little worn lipstick going on here just around the edges. I think on the other ones I've used frayed burlap, and that's okay to now be inking with pink. These are just pieces of ephemera. I think as long as you're sticking to whatever your color scheme is, you can do whatever you like. And even if you're not sticking to the color scheme, if you want it to look cohesive, that's the secret, is use some of the same materials all the way throughout. Use coordinating papers and coordinating colors. But there's no rules in junk journaling, so you do what you feel like doing. All right, let's glue this down. These tags are just so fun and easy to make. You just add a few textures, add one of your designs, and you're good to go. And I think I probably got lots of extra glue. Oh, not lots. I didn't do too bad. All right. So this one just hangs over the edge just a little bit. And then I also have these little stickers. Cellophane bags. Urgh. This has like a little bit of some measuring tape, and I don't know if they sticker or if they're just like a little piece of trim I can add on here. Yeah, I think I like that. It's got a weird like little separative like little divot there. I'm just gonna cut it off so that it's separate pieces. And we'll save that for the next one. And this is just like a yardstick almost. So I'm gonna hopefully push this up here and we'll glue that down just underneath. So it gives it that little extra sewing theme there. I don't know if this is a sticker or not, but I'm gonna glue it. I don't think my hands will be very good for peeling off the backs of something that's sort of like a vellum or PET sticker right now today. They're a little bit shaky, but I'm okay. Okay, there we go. There's another one. So that glue will dry clear, and then we've got a little bit of our sparkle coming in. I wanted to put some of that glitter tool because that journaling card is the first one I've done with the glittering tools. So I want to add it in just to keep that cohesiveness going. Some more chiffon. I took, when my sewing machine and I were getting along, I took packaging paper and just made a bunch of this ruffle, like a whole bunch. And I've still been using it. And I think it goes really great with any sewing theme. You can just add in a little bit. So let's go ahead and put some chiffon, and then we'll put a piece of that. And maybe I'll put that on the other ones too. I don't know. Wow, we've got 17 friends in here tonight. Thanks for joining us. This is the live craft and chat with the Artistry Collective. My friends Leah from Make All the Things With Me and Christy from Christy's Crafty Cottage. And myself, we make up the collective. Sometimes we do have a guest. We haven't had Christy from Funky Junk Inspiration for a while, but she did take part in our Americana collaboration. and did some wonderful crafts. So if you, it's not just paper crafting. I think I was the only paper crafter, but that's okay. It's so much fun to see the different things that can be made for an Americana theme. And one of the ladies said her living room is done in red, white, and blue, so she has it up all year round, which is so fun. I don't really have a theme going through my house. My theme is clutter, unfortunately. I need to get things going. It's hard when you get laid up and, you know, trying to get caught up. And I had just bought a whole bunch of crafting supplies and storage cubes. I have a calyx unit in my craft room, and you know the cubes that you can get at Michael's. I had just bought like 12 of those, but in order to use them in my craft space, it was going to completely rearrange, and then I had all the struggles happen with my foot. So our house is a mess, to say the least. I have things everywhere. Fortunately, my husband is very patient and understanding. So that's good. Okay, there's our ribbons and our lace. Oh no, did I run out of staples? Listen here. I did. All right, let's see if, actually, I'll just switch and we'll tiny attach it. I think there's staples in there. And look how much smaller that one is. So much tinier. It really is a tiny attacher, but it is pretty mighty. It holds on pretty good. I will still do just that little blob of hot glue back here, just to hide my staples. And I'm going to put some pink ink around. And I think I'm kind of trying to find my way around this desk. Now this one, it looks like I did maybe ink with some frayed burlap, but it just isn't showing up very good, or at least I can't see it very good today. I don't know, can you guys see? We'll just add a little pink anyways. It's not gonna hurt anything. Hey, there's Sharon Brownyard. Hello, my friend, welcome in. We are having a play with my sewing themed journal today. We're just making some ephemera and some journaling tags and all the little things that need to be done. Well, that don't need to be done, but that are great to be done when you're making a journal, so you can stuff all those wonderful pockets. And let's see, do I want some pearls on here? We could put a little strip of pearls kind of going right around, right over the design. What do you guys think? Is that interesting or is it too much? I would just add a little swirl, I think. I could even just add this little piece right there. And let the, I love it when they're on these little acetate sheets because you can kind of audition it however you like. So see this little swirl that just kind of looks like a 9? I think I would just take that piece and maybe just put it right between the two dresses. What do you guys think? Yay or nay? Ooh, that staple fell out. You like it. All right, let's do it. Why not? Let's do it. Okay, so these are kind of connected, and they're connected by little, it feels almost like hot glue when they put these in there. So you just kind of break this apart, and I lost one bead there. Yes, yes, we like it. Okay, good. So we're just going to delicately pull this apart here. I say delicately. It can be helpful to use like a blade or scissors too if you're trying to take just a piece of it. Of course, I like to be difficult and add glue because that same thing I was just telling you about. Tape for today, glue for tomorrow. I want them to stay there. So I do like to put just a little bit of glue. Make sure it's going to stay put. Okay, but we don't want to get too fussy with this though, or it will come apart. All right, here we go. We're just going to do this little swirl. And I think that's really great. Look at that. Look at all this texture that we've got going on just so easily. We've got our mulberry paper here. Got a little piece of vellum that we added in that little yardstick decor. of course, got our torn regular copy paper. That's not even really a fancy thing. Then we've got our pearls, and then we have our glittery tool, and of course we have our chiffon and our lace and the staple. So all that and just really quickly, and I think it comes together really nicely. Of course, we've got the ink as well. So these were going to be great in the journal. All right, let's do another journaling card. And I'm just using these index cards. You can buy these in office supply stores. And I like when the color matches, because then I don't have to worry about trying to dye them colors. Oh, I was going to use a piece of this. This little ruffle that I made. And of course we could put the ruffle back here so it can hide the staple as well, right up at the top there. I think that's kind of fun. And then when you make these little ruffles, you can just cut off a piece. It's almost like having a little snippet roll. And you can see I did spray it. Some of these got sprayed with some shimmering, just like a little shimmer spray. Okay, I think I do need to use hot glue though. It's going to go right over this lace and the staple and all the things. Of course, you can use any adhesive that you are wanting to use and are most comfortable with. And we'll just glue that up there. Now we're adding one more texture even. And really, this is nothing special. It's just a piece of packaging paper that I tore into strips, and then I ran it through the sewing machine, just making it ruffle. Hey, Deborah. It's cold. Oh, you're in New York. You're cold. Oh no, 50s. I don't know what it is here. See, now this side we can still see our little staples, so we can just put a little piece here too, and you can tear off just the tiniest little piece if you don't want to do too big of a piece. And I think that's fun. Now I didn't do that on the other tags, but we totally could. And this does block the whole of the tag. If you don't want to see it, that's a fix for it. If you do need to see it, if you do need to use it still, you can use like a brad will still go through this little paper and it'll be there. But I think adding those stitches is kind of a fun touch too, since it's a sewing journal. All right, let's use one of these strips on our little index card. And I think these came from Amazon. I don't think they're in my Amazon store, though. Now, some people aren't saying that. They're calling it something else. They're calling it like the Zon or something. I don't know. I do have an Amazon store that's an affiliate store, and I do advertise it here sometimes. It's always in my link tree, but sometimes in my YouTube descriptions, and I don't seem to have been in trouble so far. Knock on everything. I don't want to be in trouble. I try to do everything on the straight and narrow, at least when it comes to my content creating anyways. Try to just behave. All right, so there we go. I think I'm going to glue that right at the top there, and I think that's really fun. That's going to add something to this card, this side that's for journaling. The other one had some stamps on it. This one doesn't. I didn't stamp on this one, but so that's another thing you can do when you're feeling less inspired on a certain day. Maybe you feel like you've lost your groove or your mojo or whatever you want to call it. Just grab some index cards and start putting some stamps on them. Just some kind of background stamp like that other one had. Then they're ready to go to do whatever comes next. Okay. So on this other one, we put just a few things here. So you can see this one just had it's like a faux stitching stamp, and then it had that same stamp again, and it has another one that just says BU. So we've got our little tab and our fun little charm with the jump ring, one little picture and some glittery tool and a paper clip. Boy, and. I want to use a piece of book page on this though. So just got a little piece here. And we can put this here. I'm going to tear off Now some people keep these little white edges and they will stamp little tiny stamps on them and make little ruffles. It's another great thing to run through your sewing machine. And if you don't have a sewing machine, you can add some stitching of your own, like little hand stitching. Right here would be a great place. If we put this on, see how I have this little white? We could run a few stitches right through there. And if you're not a stitcher, that's okay. You don't have to stitch anything. My hands are kind of cold today. I don't know what's going on. Just, had a crazy night. Okay, let's see. Here we go. I've got some of this handmade paper. And these handmade papers were just in a little paper pack that I got at Dollar Tree. I love handmade papers and mulberry-like papers. They're so wonderful. They add a lot of texture. Let's see. That's more of a tag style. There's another little piece of that mulberry paper. Ooh, that fit almost. If it went this way, it would. I suppose it could go that way. Or we could do this one. This is a lot like the one we've already done. So then they would be kind of matchy-matchy. This one here, except for on the other one, I didn't use any book page. I think I kind of like it with book page, though. I'm not really liking that. And I think on the book page, I want to take my ink and just mess it up a little bit. Let's see. Where did the dabber go for that one? There it is. Okay, so and I don't know what is on this book page. It was some vintage Reader's Digest story, I think. So you kind of want to pay a little bit of attention to that. Make sure it doesn't have any words that you don't want sticking out there. Sometimes it can be fun. You can do some blackout journaling. You black out the words and keep the ones that you want to kind of make it have a phrase or something. That takes a little more thought than what I have for right now. My thought process is not quite there at the moment. All right, let's just glue this down. And then I think I want to put some stamping over it and just make it a little more interesting. Kind of towards the top. And got this just fun stamp here. It's the one I've been using lately, Scripty Font. I'm going to use some scorched timber to just go in there. I need a dark brown just to go in there. I'm going to go right over the book page as well. So just let it blend all in, make it look like, I don't know, somebody did some extra writing over there. Kind of fills in our blank areas as well. I think Tim Holtz calls those the fill in the blankers. You just got the most wonderful stamps. Ooh, Sharon, that's great. Ooh, Tam says the garage is done. Fence repair continues. Hopefully done before the weekend of rain. She had a terrible storm get into her garage water, and so she had to throw some books away even. Oh, so sad. Okay. So I just did a bunch more. You can see I just wanted to get that scripty font kind of in all the areas that had nothing. And we can even just do a little bit of this scripty font down here. See, just a little bit on the edge there. And let's put in our tab before we get too much further. Last time I tried to peek it in at the end. I just got a little pile of them back here that I've been using. Had some scraps, so I punched a whole bunch, and this neutral scraps are really awesome for doing little tabs. Go with just about everything. And then you can add whatever color on your neutral tabs that you have. Sometimes I'll do them with a craft color too, or a brown. All right, now this is going to go over that little yardstick that I have on the other side, but I think I'm okay with that. Why not? How are we doing for time? Oh, we got like just 10 minutes left. You didn't get all the 8th grade English books. Oh boy. These storms have got to stop. So sad to hear people losing houses and damaged property and damaged items, and ugh. Not been a good year for that so far, that's for sure. Okay, I'm just going to trim this little piece that's hanging over off, and I think we'll be good. Now we'll put our little piece down here, and I don't know that I did ink it, but it's not very dark. I'm going to hit that. I do like the edge that I've gotten on there, though, and that edge is, this is just copy paper, and that edge is achieved by using water, like a water brush or water with a paintbrush, and then tearing it out. So it's not rice paper, but the edges kind of almost look like it, which is really great. Okay, now you see how just with that little bit of stamping over the book page and the ink, it just all kind of blends to the background. Makes it so you're not really looking at the background anymore, which is fine. The eye can just settle on the fact that it's not to be read, it's just to be seen, kind of. It's just back there, just some noise. All right. I always forget to put splatters, but I do love them. Just put a little eyelet up here. And this should set a little easier this time since I've got my crocodile settings correct now. There we go. Yeah, that's much better. Okay, and we'll find a jump ring. And then I can also put this little paper clip on here too before I lose that. Put the little heart on the other side so that it can be seen a little easier right there. Oh, have fun. Look at how that side's coming together. You can also do your scripty font stamp right over those tabs too before you put them in, and it kind of makes them just blend a little better, a little more cohesive, a little more something interesting. Ah, see, I love that. Kind of gets you that skippity bits is what Tim calls it. Just a little bit of something on there. Okay, now we'll put our jump ring and a charm. So really, I didn't need to get out everything, but sometimes you just can't help it. And I just have a bunch of random ideology jump rings in here. You can use any jump rings for jewelry making to do this. And I love this little measuring tape one. And since I've got the measuring tape on the back, we could put this there. We could even put it on this side. Yeah, I think I like, no, because the front of my eyelet is over here. There we go. All right, well, let's put it on it. Let's put it on the jump ring first. Jeez. And jump rings are sort of like the gourd pins or the bulb pins. You've got to kind of play with them so you can kind of find the right groove to get them laying flat like that. Sometimes I will put a bulb pin on 3 or 4 times before I finally find the way that I like it to go. What was going on here? What did I do? Sorry guys, coordination is not mine today, which is no good because I still have to go edit my video for later tonight. It's going to release at midnight my time. behind the scenes of a creator's world is just kind of crazy chaos. The last couple of days I've been working on lots of videos, which is great. Everything is content, so they say. It's hard to get used to that idea, though, that people are actually interested in what's going on and like what videos you're making and all the things. So if you're in my subscription group, you get a little more of a firsthand of what's going on back there. And over there, we are working on a Wizard of Oz themed book. I love it. It's a tunnel book, and it's coming along just great. Okay, there we go. So that gives us a fun little charm there. Now, I do have one more charm. I should see where I can put that. Oops, I need to, look, I almost wore it like a ring. I need to keep that with the jump rings. It does work really good. And when I store my little goodies in here, I think I've talked about it on a video, maybe not, I don't know. I do cut my little things so that I can remember what they're called. Like these little things are called ring fasteners. They're the ones that have like the little knocker. I like to keep those pieces of the wrapper in there so I know what they're called when everybody asks. What is that called? All right, there we go. That's fun. It's a little bit different from this one, but still kind of has some of the same feels. Definitely the same imagery. Again, these designs are by Rachel Bella Crafts. And they're just so much fun. So let's put another one of these together. I've got several of them here, so why not? And I think we have enough time. Just a few minutes left, so let's get to it. These are so easy to do. Okay, we'll fray the edge on this one, and I'm going to cut it in half and do that little trick again so that it looks bigger than it actually is behind my image there. And this is just a water brush. You can use a paintbrush, or you could even just use like a little Q-tip with water on it, maybe even your finger with water. Just a little bit of water goes a long way on mulberry paper, and we're just trying to release those fibers so that it can kind of look fluffy on the edge. There we go. And I'm going to cut this in half. I don't have to worry about fraying these edges because they just won't be seen. They're going to be right underneath our image there. And I want to hit the edge of this with a little bit of that worn lipstick color. It looks really great in a dark brown too if you're trying to go more vintage. Scorched timber is nice, one of my favorites lately. But of course, I still love frayed burlap. And the colors that I'm talking about, if you aren't familiar, are Distress Oxide Inks from rangerink.com. or wherever you might purchase your inks. I do have them in my Amazon store, but they are manufactured by Ranger Ink. Okay, and we chatted about manufacturing the other day. Not the other day. I guess it's been over a week now, maybe 2 weeks ago on Facebook Live on a Tool Talk Tuesday. I had this lady. She was so sure she was using a Tim Holtz product, and she was not. She was using Simon Hurley. She's like, but it's by Ranger. I'm like, I know, but Ranger makes more than just Tim Holtz things. It was so funny. I don't know if she found it funny, but she was shocked to learn that Ranger has other designers. Okay, here we go. And then this one. I think these are so pretty. I love these. And when I punched out these, I kind of just got them out with the water brush. I had no idea what I was going to make with them, but I think they are fantastic. And it just gives you a little place to do some extra journaling on the back of these tags, or you can put some pictures, or maybe you have some instructions for a sewing project, or some measurements. Maybe you want to put a fabric swatch there, whatever you want to put on there, you can definitely do that. All right, so it's been so great hanging out with everybody. I am in my last 20 seconds. Leah, I hope you're ready. Same but different. That's right, Sharon. Everybody loves it. All right, that's awesome. Again, make sure you tap that screen, hit the three little dots, make sure that you're following, like, subscribe, do all of the things. I greatly appreciate all of you for hanging out with me here. And this has been another Artistry Collective live craft and chat on our Wednesdays. Oh, thank you. I'm so glad you like them. Yeah, they're super easy and fun to put together. We did get quite a few done last week and then continuing this week, and they're all going to go into my sewing book. And I hope you guys will tune into some of those playlists and collaborations that I've been a part of. It's been a wonderful month so far as just keeping busy with all of the content. So thanks again, guys. Let's all go over to Make All the Things with Me and see what Leah is doing today. Bye, everyone.